Hello guys, and welcome back to another For Honor Heroes build video. Today we're doing the Hitokiri and we're finishing her up before the new hero arrives, which is that new Hammer Viking. You already know what I'm talking about. But we got the attack breach mode build done and we're going to go ahead and share that with you guys today. So let's go ahead and get into the 3 perk selection. Now on the top, or the most common perks that I pick out of is Shields Up over Aegis and Bastion. The reason why that is because you're in attack, so your lives matter. All lives matter, but you want to be able to have as much health and defense as possible. So this allows you, when you respawn and or get revived, so you don't have to use a respawn count, you gain a 15 health shield on top of your half health or full health when you do respawn. If you happen to get respawn and you go heal, it's like you got a whole health bar plus 15 more shield as well. That goes well with Vengeful Barrier and Last Stand. The reason why I use Vengeful Barrier is because when you do go into revenge, which you happen to do get ganked because players are trying to knock down your respawn counts, once you get out of revenge, you have a 25 health shield on top of it. So when you rush into a fight, you have 15 health shield in your regular health. You're fighting players or knocking your health down, you're gaining revenge. Bam, you get revenge, you get a limited stamina and a big old health shield on top of it. Once you get out of that, you got another 25% health, a 25 health shield, not 25%. Plus, if you're in critical damage or critical health, you gain 40 damage reduction with that shield, and when that shield's gone, you still have Last Stand on for your normal health, which gives you another chance to withstand the attack long enough for your players, your teammates to come, and or for you to prop revenge once more before you go down. That's the reason why I choose these 3 perk combo. I don't use Fresh Focus or Bulk Up because Bulk Up requires you to have a renown level, and it's only 4, which is a total of 16 health, which is the same thing you get with Shields Up, but you don't need to do nothing to get Shields Up, you get it right away. Fresh Focus is pretty nice. It regenerates your stamina faster when you're exhausted, but let's be honest, nobody's trying to be exhausted, so why use a perk benefit when you're in an exhausted state? Moving on to the Feats. Now my first feat I go with on the slot is Deliverance. I use that over Fast Recovery and Iron Lungs. Reason why that is, in my opinion, Iron Lungs is useless. It's another perk or feat that requires you to be exhausted in order for it to be beneficial. Now I'm not trying to be exhausted, and if I am going to be exhausted, I'm sure in the heck not going to run away because the opponent's just going to grab you. Fast Recovery is pretty nice. Again, it's something to do with recovering your stamina. So as you're fighting and you use an attack that costs stamina, it's going to cost you a regular amount, but the only thing is, while you're standing still defending and your stamina is starting to regenerate, it regenerates much faster than normal. Now Deliverance, you gain a shield and interruptible stance while executing an enemy hero. Now this is really good in Breach, in my opinion, because if you need help or you are in revenge and you're executing players, nobody's able to take you out of it unless they guard break you. Now I don't know why they don't tell you that, but that is what interruptible stance means when you use Juggernaut, which is a feat that allows you to be slowed but not grabbed and interrupted when you attack. So this is really nice. It gives you a chance to regain health, eliminate the enemy team. Righteous Deflection on top of your Last Stand. So the reason why I choose this feat over Talented Gift and Bloodlust is because this allows me, if I'm trying to survive and wait for my team or I'm getting ganked, I'm getting high damage reduction every time I parry. Now when I parry, I'm also getting heal on block from my and I'm getting damage reduction. Now I'm getting damage reduction before I hit my critical health, which Last Stand will kick in and give me an additional 40% damage reduction. So I'm getting all this damage reduction to try to stay alive, try to heal, try to regenerate, try to kill players, and push the ram or zones wherever I'm at with my team. Now I choose that over Bloodlust because this only gives you a temporary attack and defense boost after you kill a player. You don't have to execute them, you just have to kill a player. Now if there's no other players around, this is going to be rendered useless. Now if there are other players around, this is really good. But for the fact that we're trying to stay alive more than anything than take out other enemy players, we want to go with Righteous Deflection. Now I use that also over Talented Gift. I did try to use this. Not a lot of players are around you at the time. It does heal everybody. It can be beneficial sometimes, but in my own opinion, Righteous Deflection is the way to go due to all the ganking that you might be encountering. Now the third feat, I choose Heal on Block. I choose that over Spirit Shroud, and I choose that over Nikiboopy. I don't know how to say it. Nikipoop. But I choose heal on block because this allows me to stay in the fight longer. If I am in last stand with my critical health, this allows me to stay within that range that gives me the last stand benefit of 40% damage reduction. So let's, for an example, let's say I'm getting attacked and I'm in critical health. I'm really about to die, but every time I block, it's bringing it back up. So it's just like the opponent's going back and forth with me, especially if I got into revenge and I came out and I have vengeful barrier. I have a 25 protecting me, so anything I block while that health shield is up is literally regaining my normal amount of health. Now, I choose that over Spirit Shout because gain damage reduction after executing a hero. It does remain until you die, but we already have Righteous Deflection and we have Last Stand. Why use a feat that's only going to give us damage reduction if we execute a hero, which you probably will, and it's always active, but if you can use heal on block with all this damage reduction, why not go that way? Now, Nikki QB is pretty nice, but again, I don't know. I wouldn't use this mode when you have other feats. I wouldn't use this mode. I would use this feat if you have other feats to allow you to withstand and stay in the fight longer, as I've been explaining. Stamina on successful hits is nice. I was using this in Dominion. It was pretty fun. I was able to just go ham with attacks and never run out of stamina, kind of like a berserker back in the day, but it's all for fun, shits and giggles. I don't think it's the right choice for an attack breach build for the Hitokiri. Now moving on to the fourth feat, we use Regenerate. Now we use that over Sinbazakura and Fear itself. And the reason why that is because wherever you are, if you happen to kill a player or you happen to withstand a gank, instead of having to run to a heal zone, you're able to just walk around or go grab a health shield, go grab the shield banner, go grab the attack boost or speed boost, and as you're doing this, you're able to regenerate your health. If you're walking towards the objective, you're regenerating your health. If you're sitting in a zone trying to pick up a boost, you're regenerating health. No matter what you do, you can regenerate health as long as you're not locked onto a player and you're not sprinting. So if you're alive, yeah, Zenbazakura is pretty cool, but it can miss, and if you have regeneration, which allows you to stay alive longer as an attack breach player, in my opinion, that's way better to go than this feat here. Fear itself is nice, especially if you're in a geeky situation. In my opinion, Dominion is the best mode for this feat, but again, we're trying to stay alive. You staying alive and putting in damage and work with your teammates, it's going to be more enough for Fear itself. You being able not to be knocked down is going to make the players fear you. There's so many times I play with these characters and people run away. But that's pretty much wraps it up for the Hitokiri and the attack breach build. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch, and I hope you guys look and get hyped out for the new Viking hero builds coming out on this channel. And until next time, guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching.